Hey Long Walkers, here's a review of The Long Walk by Aurora Dimitre.
There are a lot of aspects of this book that are just militarized. Like, for example, the major is the leader of the country. The soldiers, the fact that they were essentially drafted, like they did sign up, but they were picked on the walk by this by pulling numbers out of a hat. Basically, it was out of the big drum on TV, but it was basically pulling numbers out of a hat. It's a group of boys who don't really know what they're getting into, kind of thing. It's just
So she says that the Major is the leader of the country. A lot of reviewers have said things like this, and there's no proof in the book. It's maybe implied, but if you say it, you're making assumptions that go beyond what the book actually says. She also says it's a dystopian future, and that's kind of a strong word, and a lot of reviewers call it a dystopian society. And maybe they don't understand. It's the opposite of utopian. It's relating to or denoting an imagined state or society where there's a great suffering or injustice. Uh, okay, Garrity's father did get drafted essentially for speaking against the major, but maybe you call that totalitarianism. Here's the definition: a system of government that is centralized and dic- dictatorial and requires complete subservience to the state. Maybe there's another word that fits better, but I think calling it dystopian is going a little too far. She also says that the boys didn't know what they're getting themselves into. Doesn't make sense. I mean, once they were into it, it wasn't what they thought it would be, a lot of them. I mean, Olsen kept saying, how did I get myself into this? Uh, and it turned out to be not what they expected, a lot harder. Olsen's a great example. He thought he was going to win this easily. Walking is his game, right? But it is televised, and they've grown up. They're teenagers. They would have seen it on TV, and the winners would have written books. Like Harkness wanted to write a book. He was taking names to write a book about his adventures, and you'd think that they would have read some books and they would have seen it on TV and talked about it with their friends, and you'd think that they would know what they were getting into. I mean, this is the country's national pastime, so it's a huge deal. And how can they not know what they're getting into? Anyway, if you like this, subscribe, and I'll see you later.